Hi everyone. I'm really excited to look at the Global Consciousness program with all of you. When we meet in the classroom, I want to spend our time together looking at the cycle we're in now and the cycle that begins in 2027, which is already shifting now. We are living it now. But I feel it's important to have an understanding of what is the Global Consciousness program. So I'm recording this for you to listen to before we meet in the beginning of April, so that you have a chance to really get an understanding of, what makes the Global Consciousness program what it is, huh? The human design system itself is a logical system in the sense that it can be experimented with and proven to be correct or not. I know it's correct for me. I know it's true. I've experimented with it, and after 25 years almost, I know it works. Strategy and authority is the key. And there's a mystical component to the remainder of the knowledge that was imparted to Ra that cannot be proven. The event itself, the encounter with the voice, was truly a mystical experience, not provable in terms of objective scientific proof, but that's why it's mystical component, huh? But there's an area between the mystical and the logical that was also contained in the revelation, huh? And that knowledge falls mostly into the category of prediction. This is the Global Consciousness program. It is logical in the sense that someday it may be proven, or at least be provable. But what I see is that someday is here right now. I mean, we can see it in the world we live in today. We can see this Global Consciousness program at work. We can see that we're in this cusp period where we are shifting from the last 400 plus years to the next 400 plus years. We're right there. It's an exciting time, but it's only exciting if you're grounded in yourself and you understand that it's the program at work. It's nobody's fault, huh? We're lucky to have this information to help us pass through this situation we're in right now and what's coming too. So I look forward to seeing you all online, and I hope you enjoy this little brief intro of our journey together. So if you go to the next slide, I love this image. We are living in a time that is a huge shift for humanity. Not only that, but as you'll see when we meet, Gate 61 has been a key that unlocks the evolution of humanity since 1615. This gate is about inner truth. The time for inner truth is now. We need to live our truth by honoring our strategy, by making decisions correctly for ourselves based on our design. The revelation of human design is part of the inner truth being put out there for 400 years. These next 7 years are crucial for each and every one of us. Before the coronavirus, I felt that the world had gotten more unstable, and it felt like it got more unstable each month, each year. There was the threat of natural disasters, tsunamis, earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes. These have all increased. terrorism, financial collapse, cyber attack, war, all of these, they're a very real part of our life. Now we are facing an unprecedented global situation that is affecting every single human on planet Earth. This has never happened before, ever. In January 2020, we began the last 7-year cycle before 2027. This is when the virus in Wuhan became an epidemic. And in less than 3 months, it has touched every part of the earth. I'm making this recording, and it's March 26th. Europe is an epicenter. New York City is an epicenter. Los Angeles and Seattle are epicenters, and New Orleans is becoming one. By the time you listen to this, cases will have increased exponentially across the U.S. This is what's happening now. And I don't say this to create fear. I say it because we all have an opportunity now to become stable within ourselves. My mind could never have even thought of a pandemic like this. Something that touched every single human being around the world. But I can see through understanding global cycles that it is just the beginning of many huge shifts coming over these next 7 years. It's the program at work. And it's moving and it's forcing humanity to evolve. That's what the Global Consciousness Program is. It's all about the evolution of the earth and the evolution of humanity. And there's no one to blame. This is the program at work. There's no country, no leader, no person to blame. It is what is meant to be. It's what's pushing us to evolve. I mean, it's crazy out there now. It's so intense for so many people. Yet in spite of all that is happening, I am stable. I'm fine. I'm anchored inside myself. I'm able to ride the waves of these turbulent times. And the way I became stable is by living my life according to my strategy and by watching my mind. It's so very important to be aware of the thoughts of your mind. Especially now, because the future is more uncertain than it's ever been before. To watch the thoughts of your mind and not believe what it's telling you. Because if you believe what your mind is saying to you, you're only left with worry, doubt, fear of the unknown. And you're a wreck. And you have no chance to be stable. So truly, the simple of human design, I mean, we have gone, in this exploration we're going to do together, and what I'm sharing with you now is going so far beyond the simple of human design, huh? I mean, but I stay with the simple, and that's what I always share with people is the simple. My many trips to Taiwan was always about the simple. Helping people to live that so that you can be stable in these turbulent times. Nothing else is going to help. There's nothing to trust outside anymore. Nothing. Nothing. We can see that. We can only trust ourselves. And for me, it was my strategy, watching my mind, and making decisions based on my decision-making process that brought me to trusting myself. I trust myself totally. You know, I mentioned a little before about gate 61. There's another key right now is gate 42. And this gate 42 is about ending a cycle. We are ending a cycle right now. And it's the bigger program at work that is bringing this end. And this is where so much fear comes from. This is the end, and people feel it. All of humanity feels it. But it's just the end of a cycle, not the end of life. It's not the end of the world. Because the shift that's happening, that really is totally in by 2027, but it's already happening now, is gate 53. And this is another key. Gate 53 is the beginning of a cycle. You know, and with this understanding, we can relax into the ending, in a way, of life as we know it. And we can know that a new beginning is also happening while life as we know it ends. So now is the time to truly become stable within. Otherwise, you're going to be very disturbed and continue to be disturbed by all that happens in our outer world. And, you know, I'm going to probably sound like a parrot repeating and repeating and repeating throughout all our time together as we explore 2027. But truly, strategy and authority and becoming aware of your mind helps you to become stable, helps you to relax into what is, whatever it is. And it's this that will help us all become stable in an unstable world.